Hello everybody, my name's Mine and welcome back to the Aeroteam YouTube channel, and we're going to be taking a look around the Aeroteam server in another Aeroteam server showcase video. Now, I'm going to be taking you around two people builds, X13 Robot Pro, or as he goes by as X on the server and the YouTube channel, and he's actually now officially on the build team, which he wasn't before, so you guys should congratulate him down in the comments. Anyway, the other person we're going to be checking out is Jay. Now, he's got a few planes. X has got a few trains. We're going to be taking a look at both of their builds because they are absolutely stunning. The next week, we'll take a look at some more, and I think you'll really like what we have in store for the coming weeks. Anyway, let's take a look at what some of these guys have been building the past few weeks. And so right here in front of us, X has got some trains. Let me turn my speed down really quickly, and we can take a look at them. Now, the ones that we're taking a look at are marked out in green, as they are done over here, and they do look very nice. Now, as I've mentioned before on the channel, I'm not a train guy per se, but we can still take a look at them. So this is a Union Pacific C40-8C, and we can take a look at around. So you got the front cap right here, where the all the people work. Train words, insert here. Anyway. This will be the power car on any sort of train that you have that runs along. No one seemed. Oh, he does have. To be fair, he does have some actual cars over there. I was about to say, no one seems to ever do the actual cars for these trains. Anyway, so he's got the Union Pacific right here in this livery. I've always liked the Union Pacific livery, but that's probably just because I think they do run through Texas, and I see them quite frequently. If they don't go through Texas, I'm gonna be told I'm wrong. And then this is CN Canada North? I've got no clue, honestly. But CN one right here with the black and then the red and white stripe. No, it's definitely not Canada. I made that up, didn't I? Anyway, the next couple of trains that we're going to be taking a look at are the Rail F40 PH-2D. I keep seeing F40s. I think Matt had an F40 in like the previous server showcase. So we've got some more ones right here. And then we have a Via Rail Kool-Aid. Is this in a Kool-Aid livery? It looks completely white, so it's on this side. So he's not completely done with it, but it looks good nonetheless. He's got more work in progress right here, but he's got another finished one right here, and this is a Canadian Pacific SD70 ACU. Very red. I like the livery. I think it looks nice. Quite one of the most popular colors that I have noticed, even though like I'm not like stalking trains like some people on this server will. What I have noticed is red is quite frequently a popular color versus like airlines where it's like blue. That's really popular. Anyway, we've got this here. Looks very nice. Of course, using some of the cool techniques with the rails that run along. Now this does make it technically too wide, but I mean if you want to go for the rail look, that's fine. Anyway, and then he's got a actual car, and this is an intermodal car. And he's got some freight containers on the top of it, and I think it looks very cool. Now there is one more train that he wants us to check out. That's going to be right here, and this is going to be the Amtrak Sdp 40F, and it looks very good. Of course, he's for Amtrak. I've ridden one of the two on Amtrak before, and I've got to say, for as much as it gets for being like not good, it was fine. I thought it was great. Anyway, here we've got this right here, and this will be a power car. Too bad he's not got a actual passenger car. I know Token does a lot of power car or actual passenger cars for his builds, and I always like going in those because those are cool. Anyway, with that out of the way, that's X's builds, and we can go ahead and check out Jay's builds. And Jay has quite a few very, very good aircraft that we should be taking a look at. Now, Jay wants us to show off 4 different aircraft. we're going to be looking at a VFW Fokker 614, a DC-10-30, a DC-9-20, and a C-5A Galaxy. Bit of a weird spread of aircraft where you've got a wide body, a Air Force cargo freighter, a narrow body, or two narrow bodies actually, or regionals really, although the DC-9 technically no. But anyway, going to be taking a look at these. The first one, the Fokker, is going to be in a BAS aviation livery. Then the DC-10-30 is in the iconic Continental Airlines livery. There's something about Continental and DC-10s. It's just what I always remember. Anyway, Scandinavian Airlines for the DC-9 and US Air Force for the C-5 Galaxy. Jay does an amazing job with all of these, and if I'm correct, they're all in 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. These look 2-to-1, not big enough for 3-to-1. But Jay does a superb job with building. He's great at it. What I have noticed too is he's quite fond of doing these older jets. Quite a few things that most people don't tend to do. You tend to see people building, oh, let's do an A380, let's do whatever this is. But he builds a variety of aircraft. They're all new. We should hopefully be checking out more of these in future server showcases because he does a great job with them. Anyway, the Fokker 614 is a super interesting aircraft because it has its engines mounted on the wings. I think there's a little world edit mishap that happened there, but it's got the engines mounted on the wings. And it looks super cool the way he's managed to come up with them. I think he's done an excellent job. And then you can see the whole design here. You can take a look on the interior because of course he does have interiors. So you have the flight deck over here. Spigot doesn't really like us entering through doors. That's one of the ways, or it's what the server runs on is Spigot. I think it's Spigot. I'm gonna get told I'm wrong by like Quillers out that I don't know. But anyway, come in here. Flight deck right here. Pretty cramped on the Fokker. I assume you've got some storage in this forward galley, and then you can walk through here. Overwing exits right there. Then you've got the rear galley exit to the right, and then a lavatory right there. Now if I don't use a firework, instead if I come over here, we can check out the DC-10, just one of my favorite builds. Now it is covered up by this massive thing, so I apologize if the lighting looks a little weird. I don't want to mess with Jay's plot to get the lighting correct, so we'll just have to deal with it looking a little shadowed. Anyway, this thing is a superb build. I really like it. I think he did an excellent job. First, you've got the navigation lights on the side of the wings, the whole wings. Douglas did really interesting flat track fairings back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's just strange. Anyway, coming around, you've got the massive engines. Now, someone's going to have to tell me what engines they used on the DC-10. Can't remember at the moment, but these do look super good. Got the main gears right here, and then on the DC-10-30, it has the extra center landing gear for added support. That doesn't feature on the original DC-10-10 or 20, I believe, if I'm correct on that one. Anyway, continuing our tour around the exterior of this wide body, you of course have the overwing exits right there. And then interestingly, he's used sideways slabs and trapdoors for layering. I don't know if this was completely intentional. Now, I'm not the biggest guy for using this. This breaks some rules in my opinion, but he's managed to integrate it pretty well, and I think it looks nice. Anyway, you've got the horizontal stabilizers right there, and then the iconic, let's go over to this side where the lighting looks a little better, the iconic DC-10 engine with the tail on top of it, or number 2 engine with the tail on top of it. Looks great. Anyway, we can head on over onto the interior of the aircraft, and he should actually have the cargo door. No, he doesn't, but he has the cargo door marked out. But onto the interior, we can take a look. So, if we can get into the flight deck, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Nope, glitching through. If I can squeeze through, there we are, into the flight deck. So on the DC-10, you actually had 2 pilots, captain and the first officer, but then you also had a flight engineer. Now, this is something that's been long gone on virtually all major aircraft that have been produced since like the 80s or 90s at least. But the flight engineer would basically work stuff like fuel pumps and etc. and would take care of many of the important things that are now managed by computers. Anyway, cockpit right here. Nice job, Jay. And then continuing on, so you have forward lavatory and forward galley along here. Then business class seats. Now these are interesting bucket seats. I like this was creative, the way he's got these seats done. I think this is a smart idea. Coming through here, you've got the next galley with the overwing, not overwing exits. Wow, I'm messing up with words here. With the L2 and R2 doors. Some more restrooms, which are actually made here. If I can get through. No, I can't get through. But what's cool is you can actually see out through some of these, and that's always something I've found really interesting on an aircraft. I know the A350 and even the 787 I think quite frequently does it. Now actually I think I accidentally said that was business. That's first class cabin. This would be the business class or premium economy cabin. It's a bit simple here. Now coming through, I bet Jay, if he came through here, could do this a lot better. He's improved a lot at building recently, I've noticed. But anyway, coming through, he's got the main economy cabin. Now, was the DC-10 2 and 3? I thought it was 2 and 4 in the center. Might be wrong. That's something to take a look at. Anyway, looking very, very nice as we come along here. You have another lavatory right there. One right there. One right there. And one right there. Along with the aft galley, which looks superb. Very nice. Next up is the DC-9 right here. And this is in the SAS livery. This is the old SAS livery, and I really like it because of the bright colors on the fuselage, and it just screams retro to me. I'm really fond of retro liveries, or older liveries. I think they all look quite cool. The lighting here with this covering is interesting. Anyway, you can take a look around it. So you've got the cockpit here. We've actually checked out something similar. I think we checked out his MD-80s beforehand. His MD-80s, of course, will be very similar to his DC-9s, because, of course, the MD-80s were developed off of the DC-9. Anyway, coming around, you've got the massive font on the tail, and a really cool engine livery around there. We can take a look on the inside of this aircraft. Pop on through. 2-and-2 seating. Flight deck right here. I'm not going to try to get through with the glitchy doors. But anyway, you have a jump seat right here for flight attendants. You've got what I'd assume is some closet right here, and then a lavatory right there, and then the forward galley seating all the way back. This was before I assume they did business class or any form of classes on more regional aircraft. Anyway, coming all the way to the back, lavatory, and then you have the large air stair that pops out of the tail right here, which is always very cool. Anyway, the last thing we're going to be taking a look at is this awesome C5A Galaxy A, I don't know. Anyway, the wings on these planes are super hard to get right because it's got anhedral, which is the opposite of dihedral, which you'll see on other aircraft, right? And so the wing slopes downwards. Of course, you got the two massive engines on either side of the fuselage or the plane. Are these CFMs? I feel like they're CFMs. CF6s? No. Which is developed by CFM? Someone with more knowledge on me, tell me. Anyway, we can take a look around this. So it's obviously got the anhedral, and then you've got some stuff on the top of the fuselage. The tail cone is very hard to get down on these military aircraft. I'm not sure on the engineering reason on why most major military aircraft have this big slope here, because you also see it on the Globetrotter and the N225 and lots of other massive military freighters where the fuselage slopes up right here. I have a feeling it's probably something to do with the rear cargo door. But anyway, so you've got the massive tail right there and the horizontal stabilizer right here. With that out of the way, it's of course in the US Air Force livery. We can take a look onto the interior or one look at the landing gear. He also has them open. Oh wow, is it really open like this? This is So you learn something new every day. I never knew that. That's actually really cool. Anyway, door right here, we can go in. Massive area is open. You can retrofit it to have like seating and stuff, but I assume this is just used for an all freighter configuration. And oftentimes you even are able to have a second deck. I wonder if you just didn't finish this. Often you have a second deck where loads of the troops or officers or whatever will sit upstairs and enjoy their flight. Now, in order to get from the cargo deck into the cockpit, you need to climb a set of stairs or ladders, which you can see right here that Jay has modeled out. Oh, it looks like he's not... Okay, that explains it. Looks like he's not actually completely done with the interior, but otherwise, very cool, Jay. And that basically concludes it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at all the builds that have been going on the Aeroteam server. I apologize for missing last week, and I apologize for being late today. Of course, life. I've been like traveling, and then I've had stuff to do, so it's been a little bit of a mess. But anyway, my name's Mind. Thank you for watching. Take care.